poison to medicine. My job is to teach. I have life essence to spare.
I draw, you take damage. Okay, we should definitely bring in Necropsy against them, because they're probably playing Dellian on top of these things. You're 1 mana short from being able to cast together as one. Arcane Omens. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Welcome in, everyone. Sean here. Got a spicy Sultai pile to share with everyone today. This one was inspired by an MTGO challenge finish by Sose Loso. Don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but they got a second place challenge finish this past Friday, May 15th, with a deck playing together as one. I'll pull up their version of it here to show you at the beginning. I made some changes, but this is the list that made second place at a standard challenge, caught my attention. I feel like playing a green-black pile that is just playing a touch of blue for the card draw spells, namely Together as One, Rakshasa's Bargain, and Mind into Matter. I liked that premise with the black removal package to support it. Interestingly, they were playing Exhibition Tidecaller as kind of like their finisher, which lets you mill someone for 10 if you play an instant or sorcery that costs 5 or more. And the deck does play like 6, 10, 12 ways to trigger it in the main deck for the mill 10. Otherwise, you're milling 3 per instant or sorcery. So I thought that was interesting that was like the kill that they decided on. So copied the deck, took it for a spin. Did not like the Exhibition Tidecaller, but I liked the premise of the rest of the deck, namely the Together as One, Mind into Matter, like card draw package, getting to play both of the charms. They cover a lot of bases in terms of being able to answer enchantments in the case of Quandrix Charm's secondary mode, or non-land permanents with mono value 2 or less in terms of the very flexible one mode that you care about for Witherbloom Charm. Ancient Cornucopia enabled Withering Curse, but I got a rep with this deck, hated the Tidecaller, and I was like, I just want a better way to kind of end the game. And I remembered all of the sweet Unholy Annex decks that I have been playing with for the last like 2 seasons. So I was like, Ferdok Core also makes rainbow mana to turn on Together as One. I guess notably, I should mention that between Ancient Cornucopia in the original list and Ferdok Core in my list, and then the mana base has 4 Great Hall of the Biblioplex, you're able to play like a 3-color mana base that can cheat to get all 5 colors for Together as One to turn it into a deal 5, draw 5, gain 5. Sometimes you're doing it for 3 or 4, but almost like I'd say like 85% of the time that I'm casting this, I'm getting the full 5. So, wanted a mana rock that still made rainbow mana, just like Ancient Cornucopia. Ferdok Core does that, but then instead of Cornucopia turning on Withering Curse, I was like, well, we can just play Black Sun as our secondary sweeper, and then our mana rock is now turning on Unholy Annex, which does allow us to win the game without opening ourselves up to removal in the form of the 1-drop that mills, and you can just drain them. It goes well with Dellian's Emblem if you get that online. The drain kills super fast, and draining them with Unholy Annex makes just doming them, like sending lava axes at their face with Together as One, because Together as One can target any target for the damage. So yeah, I made those changes. Have gotten a handful of reps with the deck. Posted about it in the Rebellion Discord. Shout out to the Rebellion Discord. They're awesome. It's a great place to be. I'm pretty active in their Discord. And their State of the meta videos are awesome. So check them out if you haven't already. And then Rickinator, who has commented on a bunch of my videos and is also in the Discord, kind of was, we've been talking through card choices and collaborating a little bit. So appreciate you out there, Rickinator. Yeah, this is kind of the build that I settled on after making some tweaks. Rickinator tried it out, said he liked it, and unfortunately, I've been traveling with my family, so I haven't had a ton of time to record, but I've gotten in like a couple games here and there, and like 3 or 4 of the matches that I've gotten to play with this deck before recording were all against the Revelation pile that won this past weekend, and it's super frustrating to play against that deck when you're playing just like sorcery speed clunky spells. So especially now that they're like 2 turns faster playing tablet. So that's a bad matchup, and that made me want to play Ancient Vendetta in the sideboard. I had 2 Outrageous Robberies for a while, and I was still just like losing to Jeskai Revelation every time. So I was like, I just want to extract it, and I can beat the rest of their deck just fine. So wanted to try out Ancient Vendetta. Spoiler warnings. In the matches that I just finished recording, I played against a Jund version of playing Together as One and Ancient Cornucopia, and they were playing Arcane Omens in the sideboard, which got me in game 2. So that's also something that I think is worth trying out. So trying out the sideboard cards. The sideboard cards can definitely flex. But I'm happy with the main deck. I like being able to main deck the Sultai Wedge Charms, because they're very solid on their own. Not great removal spells, but they're solid enough to play a couple copies, and then having the secondary modes of being able to kill an enchantment or just flexibly kill any non-land permanent that costs 2 or less. Yeah. I was thinking about trying out a Rise of Sozin, so that it opens up the line of like casting Mind into Matter for X equals 6 or more, and then trying to dig into your Wrath. So there's something to said about that. But I also think that the extraction effect of Deadly Cover-Up I mean, there's an extraction effect on Rise of Sozin too, but you're never getting to that against Jeskai control. So like the extraction effect against control or against landfall is relevant on Deadly Cover Up. It being a turn faster is relevant. So I have not pulled the trigger on adding Rise of Sozin to the deck, but it's something that I am eager to find an excuse to try. But yeah, the deck is super fun with Unholy Annex. I feel like it is a lot easier to close games than with the mill Djinn, especially since like you're usually playing in the few games that I got reps with the Djinn, you're like playing it, casting a 5 mana instant or sorcery, and then it just dies in response, and then you mill them for 10, but you're still not they're still not dead, so then you have to like go dig for a second Djinn and do the same thing, and then all their removal is still stuck in their hands. So yeah, Unholy Annex I feel like does a whole lot more to get you to that point in the game where you're able to just like go digging for a way to kill them, and it will eventually kill them. So I like that innovation. I love this deck. I love drawing cards, so that you get to play like all the sweet card draw with Annex, Bargain, Mind into Matter together as one, and then all the sweet removal. So that's the deck. Let me know what you think. Got some sweet matches in. Was not playing super great. Like I said, I've been traveling with my family, which is always exhausting, and was not playing super sharp today, but still had some good matches. So let me know what you think about the deck, and if you find the content valuable at all, please consider subscribing. Helps support the channel, and any and all constructive criticism is welcome. So help me make the channel better for all of y'all. So appreciate you being here. Enjoy the matches, and I'll catch you next time. Peace and chicken grease. TK4. Yeah, this is serviceable. Ugh. Stand against, is it? Let's see what they do here, though. Okay, if they don't play another Storm Chaser's talent, then the Strategic Betrayal. Yeah, this is a pretty reasonable Strategic Betrayal. It is nice that Bargain, like, on its own, enables the evidence on Cover Up. That's frustrating. I don't know why this card isn't just banned already. Okay. Well, this Cover Up is probably going to be a turn too slow. At 14, we're going to go to 13 from this Bargain. And then they could very well just kill us with these 2 tokens. Like 2 more lands. I kind of want to Bargain again next turn. So maybe I take Hex and the Glade. I pretty much have to take Hex, because otherwise I could very well die next turn. Kind of want this together as one. That might be too greedy, though. Let's total a little bit. Gain 2 life. Nope. Oof. We're at 6. We're going to go to 5 here. We are dangerously close to Burst Lightning range. I like Dellian. I don't really want to take another bargain. It's probably just this Annex. Together as one might be a little dangerous. Let's see if this resolves. So they have some sort of instant. It's giving them priority. Is Crab just going to kill me? No, but Slick Shot is probably going to kill me. So luckily they can't cast Crab. Did they say oops because they just drew a bounce off? No, okay. Huh. So they have one mystery card. It could be a Burst Lightning. I think I need to play Dellian and then just hold up this Bitter Triumph. I should have looked to see what utility lands they play. I don't think they play any. But if they do play any, it's probably this one. Let's gain some life.
Follow my instructions, and you might survive. Never take growth for granted.
This costs 3. They shocked and said go. What in the world? Okay, let's just gain some more life.
The right spell turns poison to medicine.
Played the land before casting the spell, because now I'm not holding up this Hex. Ooh, okay. If they draw any land, we die. Any spell, we die. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah, they get back shore up and kill us. Ugh. Yeah, playing that land was a mistake. I mean, we didn't know that we had the Hex on top, but... Big oof. Okay. Dellian is not super great against them. Can trim on this. Do I just have too many cards against them? Seems like it. Trim on the big clunky things. Two more cards. Wondrous and it might be a Quandrix Charm. Like the quench mode is not super great against them. Like killing an enchantment is good if we can time it right, but like all of their spells cost 1 and trying to time a 2 casting cost spell correctly against them is a little hard. Storm Chaser's Talent is such an absurd card. Okay, we'll try this. Talent on turn 1. Love to see it. They're probably not going to like play a naked slick shot into my open mana, so I'm just going to get my tap land into play. Yeah. Can probably discard this core. If they brought in a braid, I mean, they didn't see Annex or core last game, so I would be very surprised if they brought in a braid. Spell Pierce. Oh, we might be in some trouble here. Might be sacrificing a permanent to this Witherbloom Charm. This is 7 damage. bounce off this. But at least we get their graveyard. I probably sequenced that poorly. If I had cast the Strategic Betrayal first, then the bounce off wouldn't have gotten me. I did trim on a lot of my top end stuff, which I'm kind of getting punished for now. I guess I should have activated the core so that I actually trade with this otter token. Five. I decided out my Dellians, so I don't think that this saves me. So maybe I need to do it for like 3 and leave up 2 mana. I still just die to the Stallion. Well, and to the Slick Shot. Alright. We did not play very well that match. That's frustrating. Yeah. Playing the tap land before drawing cards in game 1. I'm pretty sure we lock up game 1 there if we just hold up that Hex. Then game 2, like, activating the Biblioplex instead of the core. I don't think the decisions or the things that we did poorly mattered. The Witherbloom Charm sequencing was bad. But, yeah. Well, on to the next. Charmander. Okay. No blue mana is a little sketch. Is it playing Hired Claw? It's probably like mono red splashing blue. Okay, like to see that. Don't know what they're splashing blue for, but really want my hopefully we draw into a core. They're bouncing. So we're taking 3 from this. We're in burst lightning range. Those are not wraths. Okay. Saw a fair amount of drops. We can bring in pest control. I guess flash freeze as well. That's not super great. This might be too slow. Quandrix Charm does not seem at its best. Let's get out the Quandrix Charms and find in the matter in. I was thinking about playing some number of Rise of Sozins in the deck, so that like mind into matter, we can have a shot at drawing into like a Wrath if we just like are desperately digging for one. Okay, we'll try this. It's kind of weird that maybe I want to lead with the Great Hall so that I have a shot at playing pest control on turn 2. No. I'll keep that. They're just saying go. Huh. I think I want to just try and dig for more lands, as weird as that is. Like, surveilling away removal against the aggro deck. But, like, they're acting like they have interaction here. Oh, that sucks. I don't think that we get to gain life from this. Yeah. But hopefully they don't have a second one. Okay. pretty good. We're at 6 now. So I can do this for 3. But then I can't play Dellian as well. Oh no, I can.
My job is to teach. I have life essence to spare.
I draw, you take damage. Probably should have emblemed there.
I can heal you.
Stingerback Terror.
Your final exam begins now.
Dealing 3 damage and tapping my guy. Okay.
These are the answers I need.
That feels good. Dellian Emblem. With Together as One, just Scorching Wind ya. Seems good. Okay. We saw Sunspine Lynx. Violent Outburst is what they're playing blue for, and the Scorching Viper. Pest Control did not seem at its best there. Although maybe on the draw it's going to be better. I don't know. I think like countering a Sunspine Lynx is probably got a little more game. Yeah, Witherbloom Charm is probably the worst of the removal spells here. Like, they play a lot of 3s and 4s. Double Hex into Unholy Annex. does this do? So close. Take the flash freeze. So I'm at 12. Feels good. So let's see. I can minus on the elemental here. They have to attack the Dellian with the Hired Claw, but then that cuts them off of gas. And then I get to just stabilize with one of these two donkeys. Alright. Let's draw 4 cards, please. That felt good. Why it's not like that? That's awful. Really wish I could shoot the sheriff this thing now. Woof. Nice. I guess I could have just played one of my black sources instead of this. It wouldn't have been an issue. Six, 7. I can do 8, 9, 10. Blighting the Hex meant that I can't lethal him here. But that's fine. Okay. Not playing super great tonight, but we got that one. RXC 1087G. I'm sure that has meaning to somebody. Or maybe it doesn't. Ooh, this is a big ol' mulligan. This is probably worth keeping. Okay. We're going to be able to bargain on 3. A Jund pile. I love me some Jund piles. Another Esper Origins. You got it. You got a land. Be able to hold up this charm. Do I want to take land number 6 to ensure that I can together as one, or do I want to be greedy and take the Annex? I'm going to be greedy. Oh. I was supposed to play a land. Gosh. I'm sorry. I'm playing terribly. I've been traveling a lot lately, and just been in a brain fog, I guess. They are duressing me. Curious what they take here. My hand is pretty stacked. They're probably wondering to themselves why I didn't play a land last turn. Okay, and I took second Annex. Emeritus of Ideation. Okay. I love this card so much. I wish that this card was better. Well, better in the metagame. Alright, that was lucky. Alright. We do win the value pile wars. Don't want that. Still want a reasonable amount of removal. Witherbloom Charm. Like it does kill Esper Origins, but I think I want Flash Freeze more. I could see an argument being made for Duress. But honestly, like, I don't know. what cards they're playing, other than they're probably playing Ice Till since we saw Origins. And I'm assuming their hand was just all removal. Yeah, this hand seems great. What do they take? They might take Flash Freeze, but if they don't have a good target for Flash Freeze in their hand, then they probably take Mind into Matter. Sure, let's get our tap land into play. That's a good draw. So they're a cornucopia pile. They're probably taking Mind into Matter now. They took Core. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, I think we're just structurally sitting right above them in terms of the mid-range power level. And general rule of thumb, in mid-range mirrors, the deck that goes ever so slightly bigger than the other deck wins. Oh, okay, they're gonna cast together as one here. That would be very good. So they're drawing 4 cards. We get to do it right back to them. Do I even want to do that? Probably. Like, if I just spend 5 mana on a 6/6, it's probably just gonna die. Okay, we should definitely bring in Necropsy against them, because they're probably playing Dellian on top of these things. You're 1 mana short from being able to cast together as one. Arcane Omens. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. should be playing Arcane Omens. I didn't think about that card. It might be better than Ancient Vendetta against the Revelation decks. Like, if you can resolve it, though. Like, resolving that seems a lot harder than resolving Ancient Vendetta. Because, like, if they tap out for stock up on turn 3 and you're on the play, you can get them with Ancient Vendetta. It's something to think about, though. I had not considered that card when building this deck. Oof. Nice. Both on top. We are probably in some trouble. That was a good draw. I mean, we have lots of draws to kind of swing us back into this game, but we'll see if they're on top of the deck. Double Arcane Omens is definitely something. We have one Mind into Matter, one Outrageous Robbery, one more together as one. Curious what they take here. Yeah, Duress is definitely coming in against them. What do they take together as one? Okay, I only have one left in the deck. But now they, importantly, got to see my deck. So the deck that I based this one off of was playing Ancient Cornucopia instead of Ferdot Core. But I feel like Ferdot Core allows you to play Annex and the Converge spells. Man, they play 3 Arcane Omens. Dellian. Let's see what's on top of the deck first. Do I want a Great Hall? Probably not.
Class is now in session. Be gone from my presence.
Okay.
I'll be in my office.
They have a Dellian. There's no way they kept Hex in against me.
Mediocrity will not be tolerated. This will only sting for a moment. You've earned what comes next. I can heal you.
Links her to Dellian. But if they're playing Shoot the Sheriff as their instant speed removal, it cannot hit Strategic Betrayal, or it cannot hit Furdok Core. Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. Supposed to just fire this off for 5. Play Dellian. Then I can minus on the Emeritus and then force the Esper to attack Dellian. I don't hate that.
I'll make short work of this problem. You're dismissed.
They're zeroing.
Your assignment is due.
We at least can target the regrowth target with Ghost Vacuum now. Okay. Discarding another 5 cards. But we're going to get to keep Cruel Claw's Heist, which means that we're going to get to take their together as one, kill their Dellian, draw 5 cards, and then hopefully outrageous robbery them.
This was a dead end.
White, red, blue, blue, green, and black.
Waste of time.
I have 5 cards left in my deck. One of them is an outrageous robbery, but I don't have enough mana to... What a weird game. I don't have enough mana to just deck them out. We might die to our own Annex here.
The right spell turns poison to medicine.
I have to kill Dellian. That we discard that.
I have nothing to say.
We want to do this. Out. Yeah. One more Maelstrom Pulse, one more Dellian, one Deadly Cover Up. Yeah. Where is our outrageous robbery? We only have one in our exile. Yep. I have 2 cards left in my deck. I think that this Unholy Annex is going to kill me. I'm not going to have enough turns to deck them out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's literally my last card. Yeah. I might be able to Cruel Claws Heist. And then hit their Maelstrom Pulse. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I think that does it. Let's... What? Did I... Oh, I used to have 2 outrageous robberies in my sideboard, and then I took one out for the Ancient Vendettas. I mean, I guess Ancient Vendetta is good against them. I don't know if it's better than what I have in here, though. Is Flash Freeze that good? It can counter Emeritus. It can counter Esper Origins. It's not that good against them. It can't counter all together as one. Trim like a core. I still have 3 more cards I need to cut. Might be Quandrix Charm. Like, it's pretty embarrassing later in the game. Is it Dellian? Is Dellian really the cut? No, let's just trim a duress. Okay. Well, that Arcane Omens made this matchup a lot more interesting. Okay. My life total just does not matter. Wow, how very anticlimactic. I feel like I was robbed. That was such a good game too, and I was very much looking forward to a game 3. All right. It's late. That was match 3. We're gonna call it here, but we can take a look at the deck. No, not packs. Yeah, this deck is just like haymakers, draw spells. It felt good. The sideboard plan, like, I put this deck together on Saturday, and today is Tuesday, so I've gotten a couple reps with it, like in between things, like one-offs at night or when I'm on lunch. And I've played against the Jeskai Revelation control deck 3 times with this deck, and it's very frustrating to like play a super long drawn out game but still feel like you just can't ever win because of Jeskai Revelation. So that's why I put these Ancient Vendettas in the sideboard. I don't think they're good against anything else. I would have been curious to see how good they were in that matchup. Probably just call together as one or Arcane Omens. But honestly, I think Arcane Omens deserves a consideration. So we can do like 1 Vendetta and 1 Omens, just as like our random bullets against control. But yeah, the deck feels cool. I don't know if more pest controls would help against the Izzet matchup. Unfortunately, I was playing super loose against that Izzet matchup, and we lost. But I feel like the deck has the tools to potentially win. I have not done a deep dive on this mana base. I just took the mana base from the original deck, so I'm sure the mana base could probably be improved. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 ways to cast Hex on turn 1. But honestly, casting Hex on turn 1 is not super important. But then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 black sources. Yeah, so we're good to cast Day by turn 4, or 18 would be by turn 3. But yeah, I'm liking the changes that I made to the main deck, with just in terms of core and Annex. I think I swapped the numbers on the charms as well, but those are the only changes I made. I think I added a 3rd Dellian over the 3rd Mind into Matter. But yeah, I'm happy with all the main deck changes. Sideboard definitely can use some improvements, but deck feels super sweet. Get to draw lots of cards. Deck gains lots of life. Has a lot of power in it. So it is the kind of Magic I like to play. This is like Battle Cruiser Magic at its finest. I feel. So hopefully you enjoyed the deck. Let me know what you think. I've been enjoying playing it, even as frustrating as the Revelation matchup is. And yeah, would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Thanks for checking out the video. Consider subscribing if you found the content valuable and all, and I'll catch you next time. Peace and chicken grease.